Boom. Yes, people, back with another one, man. And yes, today I'm getting on King 68 the Great. King 68 the Great's back. Pause. Now, bro, he's probably not going to see this video. I'm a small ass channel, bro. He's probably not going to see this video. But let's say he does somehow, innit? His videos are dope, by the way. His videos are dope and his content is sick, innit? But I'm going to be talking about why his advice may not work for the average guy. Because let's just be real, he is genetically gifted, bro. He's genetically gifted. He's 6'8", good skin, good hairline, thick hair, good face, tattoos, in shape. Some of these things, he's obviously had to work to get. Some of this, his physique, he's had to work to get that, so you can't take that away from him. And then there's some things he's just genetically gifted, which is his height, and that's his whole thing, innit? He's 6'8", that's why it's in his name. And if you don't know about King 68 the Great, basically he's a guy that's gone viral for rizzing women, people, or picking up women or whatever. But his game is different. It's not really. There's people say he doesn't really have any game because he doesn't need to, bro. Literally, if you go watch his videos on YouTube, he's literally standing outside the clubs or he's standing somewhere and literally girls walk up to him and approach him, bro. Girls basically throw themselves at him. He doesn't need any game. He doesn't need to have any charisma. He doesn't need to be witty. He doesn't need any of that, bro. Because the attraction level from these women are so high. And they're like, I can't lie, they're very pretty. They're like nines, bro. 8 9s. And you don't usually see 8 9s approaching men the way they approach him, innit? But obviously, for the things I just listed, and he's got status. He's got over 1 million subscribers, I think. He's definitely got over 1 million on all platforms. Got, I think, over 1 million on Instagram, over 500k on YouTube. He's got status, which means that comes finances. So he's basically got everything, bro. Honestly, he's basically got everything. So, yeah, he's a catch in today's society, I guess. And women basically throw themselves at him. They, as I said, they approach him, they ask for his Instagram. They're moving to him, bro, basically, and he's just chilling, like, and they're moving to him. So yeah, and obviously with that has come a lot of people asking him how to get women and stuff, right? And he gives advice. Now, the problem I have, his advice is relevant to him, bro. And this is not his fault because, as I always say in my videos, bro, everyone's living in their own reality. So this is his reality, bro. This is his reality. So he can only give what he's experienced. He's not going to tell you something different because he hasn't experienced that. So his experiences, he says the generic stuff like be confident, let women approach you, and don't force it. All of this stuff, let them come to you. Don't do too much. Which some of the stuff I just named, you shouldn't be doing regardless, innit? You shouldn't be forcing it. You shouldn't, and etc. Yeah. But for the average man, bro, for the average man, you cannot look at that advice and take it and expect to get women. And to get expect to get any woman as an average guy. So we're not even talking about women that are attractive, bro. I'm talking about any woman, bro. For the average guy, I'm talking about like the average man who's fat, I don't know, not good skin, can't dress, maybe balding a bit. Like the average guy, bro. The average guy is not attractive, innit? Especially in today's day and age, more people are overweight, so fatter faces and stuff. So if you take that advice, if an average guy's looking at his videos, right? And they take his advice and they think they're gonna go and stand on the street and they're gonna be like, let me just stand confident. Because that's what he does. He just stands there like, let me just stand and try to look confident. Let me not do too much. Let me not approach. You're already invisible, bro. As an average guy, you are already invisible to women, bro. Women don't even see you. And I'm not, bearing in mind, bro, I'm not even talking about pretty women, bro. I'm not talking about 7s and above. I'm not even talking about 6s and above. Because everyone's scale is different. So my scale is 5 is an average, because it's the middle. 5, 6 is cute, 7 is good looking, 8 is attractive. You are attractive. You're clearly attractive. And 9 is like, 9 is like supermodel. You look like a supermodel, and no one's really a 10 out of 10, innit? But that's how I look at it when I talk about scales and numbers, right? So I'm saying not even a 6, not even a cute girl that's above average, but she's cute, innit? She's cute. But you're not even. They don't even acknowledge you. You're invisible to them. I'm talking about fives. I'm talking about average women. The fives, for the average man, you are invisible. You're invisible, bro. So you're not gonna go on the street and just be confident and wait for women to approach you because they don't see you, bro. They honestly, they do not see you. They do not see you. I can attest to this, bro, because as I said, I went through all of this. Like I went through all of this, like being average, being a bit chubby as a kid, and basically not being seen. My thing was not being seen by the women I was attracted to. I was being seen by women, but maybe not the women I was most attracted to, right? Whereas, and this was like years ago. This was like before I started getting into the gym, like let's say 2016, 2017. So now the world is, bro, the world has changed completely, bro. So yeah, bro, you can't just go and be confident, and especially the let women approach you. And don't get me wrong, I've made a video on choosing women who choose you, but this is if you've put in the work, bro. This is if you've put in the work. This is if you've locked in on your looks, your fashion, your finances, your social skills. Basically, if you've locked in on yourself and you've improved yourself, and you can get to a point where women are choosing you. And even when I say let women choose you, that doesn't mean that you don't make the first approach, bro. That doesn't mean that, because for me, you guys say I'm attractive or whatever. And when I said I'm an average guy, you said, oh, you're attractive or whatever, yeah. There's levels to attractiveness. I'm realistic, bro. King 6'8" is like, he's way more attractive than me. You get it? I can't do what King 6'6" does. I can't go on the street and stand and wait for women to approach me. Now, do women approach me if let's say I've had women approach me that I've not, I haven't noticed them, and they've approached me or whatever, or they've got their friend to tell me, oh, like my friend thinks you're cute and stuff. But I'm saying this guy does this, yeah. I couldn't make that my whole dating strategy because I wouldn't have enough volume. I would not have enough volume. This guy can literally go on the street, like anywhere he goes, and have 10 plus women approaching him. Not even just approaching him, asking him, what are you doing? Let's go now. Let's go back to yours now. That's not happening to me, bro. I have women approaching me, yes, but it's not on that level where they're saying, as I said, there's just levels, bro. There's levels. King 6'8" is at a level where he has literally nines, eight and nines approaching him saying, let's go back to yours, etc., etc. Whereas if I want to speak to an 8, I'm going to be honest, if I want to speak to an 8, 9, it's going to take a lot of work for me. It's going to take a lot of work. Maybe, I'm just being realistic, maybe they might not even still be attracted to me. 9. Because I'm not on that level. Because with men, you need unless you look like a supermodel, you need a certain level of status and finance, which I don't have currently, right? So yeah, bro. As I said, there's levels to everything, like, bro. Like, for example, like on my Hinge video where you guys were commenting, oh, like it's so easy, etc., etc. There's people that are more in better positions than me when it comes to attracting women, and it's way easy to me. Some of you guys think I have it easy, basically, and I'm saying there's people above me in that sense. I have it easier. You get what I'm saying? There's always levels to everything, bro. There's levels to everything. That's why you just gotta. The only way this advice is gonna work is literally if you work on yourself to a point where you can't be denied, bro. You can't be denied, but realistically, not everyone's gonna get to that level. And the guy is 6'8", bro. Like, you can't really do anything, bro. Honestly, you can't do anything. So unless you're on that ilk, you're gonna have to approach, bro. You're gonna have to approach. You're gonna have to put in the work. You're gonna have to do in the dog work, bro. Because not everyone's that. I'll be honest. Not everyone's that, bro. My bad. I just got. This email's just popping up, man. Bro, that's basically it. His advice is cool, don't get me wrong, because I generally do agree with his philosophies and stuff. Like, let them come to you, etc., etc. But you can't, especially the average guy watching cannot do that. Even me, I basically do it, but to a lesser extent. So he might have women approaching him, going up to him, whatever. But I might wait for choosing signals, or like wait till she taps me, but then I still have to make the first move. Whereas this guy just literally just has to stand there, bro, and he's good. He's chilling. That's what I'm saying. There's levels, bro. Whereas me, I might be just chilling, but her giving me choosing signals is the first move. Then I make the first move. Yeah. To be honest, The truth is, most men can't get to that level because, as I said, he's genetically gifted. There's not a lot of people that are 6'8", bro, walking around, and we know women love height, and it's not even just his height. He's got everything, bro. So he's literally top 1%. So his advice, you can't really use his advice in the average guy's body. It won't work. It won't even above average. You have to be top 110%, bro. Honestly. And I'm not just talking about good physique, because for example, I feel like I have a top 10 physique. My physique is very good, but okay. Your environment also plays a part, right? Because let's say I'm on holiday in Ibiza or whatever, or Afro Nation or beach holiday, and I have my top off. Yes, that advice makes way more sense because if it's in that environment where everyone has their tops off and or you're on a beach or etc. I literally just stand there and women do come up to me, bro. They do approach me, etc. But that's what I'm saying. It all depends. It all depends on who you are and where you're at and how you can leverage it, bro. So it's not really shit advice, but to the average guy, it is, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, bro. But yeah, hopefully I'm not waffling and you guys understand what I mean, bro. But basically, you gotta put in the work before you can do what he's doing. Honestly, bro. But yeah, I would say if you are average guy or below average, work on yourself, but also work on your social skills, work on getting over approach I can't even talk. Work on getting over approach anxiety because you're going to need to approach. Not everyone can be this guy, bro. That's just the way it is. Most of us are going to have to approach. You're not just gonna stand there and have tens, nines, and tens come up to you, bro. Forget about it. Because I'm reading the comments sometimes and people are like, "Oh yeah," I'm like, "Bro, you're not him." You just gotta play with the cards you're dealt. You gotta play with the cards you're dealt, bro, and go from there. Just max out what you can max out, bro. As I said, I'm not 6 foot tall. I still do my thing because I've maxed out everything else I need to max out. I take care of my skin, I take care of my looks, I groom my beard, I dress well. You just gotta focus on what you need to focus on, and then you'll be able to pattern up, bro. It's not, honestly, it's not that hard, and you should wanna do that shit for yourself anyway, not for girls. But yeah, bro, that's the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Catch you on the next one.